to Adekemi Talk About Kings. If you're new here, my name is Adekemi, Adegbesan of King's Court. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this month we're going to be talking about managing conflict in our relationships. I know conflict sounds like something that wants to destroy our relationship. It has this negative meaning to it. But the truth is, if you manage conflict properly, it can lead to positive results and even help you grow personally. So you must learn how to deal with your conflict. It's so important. And later on today, I'm also going to tell you what you really need to deal with conflict properly. So let me start by saying a healthy relationship is not one without conflict, but one where conflict is dealt with promptly and properly. You need to understand that conflict is not what destroys relationships. It is poor communication. It is how the conflict is being managed. You must understand that no two persons are the same. Everybody is different and unique. So we have different tastes, different personalities, experience, and opinions. And when there are these differences, that is what oftentimes leads to conflict. But being able to, first of all, understand that, it will help you to resolve this. And I told you earlier, I'm going to tell you what you really need for you to be able to manage your conflict. Please go with me with Proverbs chapter 24, verse 3, the easy version. It says, "It is wisdom that helps a man to build a house. The house will have a strong foundation if he understands what is right." So there are three things there I want us to really take note of. What is right, wisdom, and understanding. So wisdom and understanding will help you to know what is right, to help you to answer the question, what is right, which is often the question that arises during conflict. And first, what is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to make good judgment based on what you have learned from your experience, based on what you understand. And understanding is just simply the knowledge you have about something, a person. So for you to be able to use wisdom and understanding to understand what is right, you need to first understand yourself. You need to understand this other party. As a husband, you need to understand your wife. And every relationship involves two persons, so you need to understand the other party. So how do you use wisdom and understanding to answer the question, what is right? First thing you need to know is, what is right is not about who is right. It's always about this issue. It's not about who is right. It's never about who is right. So don't remove your focus from the issue and be focused on, oh, I am the one that is right or you are the one that is wrong. Let that not happen. The second thing is, you cannot always be right as the leader. You cannot always be right as the man. It is okay for you not to be right. And it is okay for you to acknowledge that you are not right. You know, there was a time God wanted to kill King Ahab, and he asked the council that what should he do? And a spirit volunteered and said, let me act as a lying spirit in the prophet of Ahab so that they would lie and deceive him. And God said yes. So do you think God did not know that that was what he was going to do before he asked? Of course, but he allowed them to speak so that you will know that sometimes you should allow the other parties to actually have their own opinion and voice their own differences. The third thing is, when something is right, it doesn't mean the other thing is also wrong. What I'm trying to say is that it's possible for both ideas, both opinions to be right from different perspectives. It's just the way you can see a letter M from your side and someone is seeing a letter W. So you see, the two persons are right, but it's just from different perspectives. And the fourth thing is, when it is difficult to determine what is right, there are two options that you have. Is either you go to a third party, a neutral party that knows the both of you, and I will strongly advise that this third party is not your parent or your family members, not your own, not your wife. So let it be a neutral person, maybe your pastor, maybe a counselor, right, that can point you in the right direction. And also, you should look at what the Lord is saying about that issue. What does the Bible say about it? That will help you to determine what is right, and you should always go for what the Bible says that is right. And so now, when you are able to determine what is right, where you are able to use your wisdom, the understanding of God to determine what is right, there are some things that should never be found in your conflict. The first thing is attacking the person and not the issue. You are not supposed to say things like, you never do this, you are always like this. You are attacking the person. You should focus on the issue. Like, when you do this, this is what happened. This particular situation makes me feel like this. You need to learn to express yourself without attacking the person, without making the person feel like they are the problem. Number two is abuse. Never let abuse into your conflict. Physical abuse is never the solution. Abuse is never right. Physical abuse, mental abuse, even words. Words are so powerful. We're going to talk about that next week. That whatever you say, even though they said they are forgiving you, the impact of what you have said never left. It's just like when someone insults you. That's the same way it is. Even though you've forgiven them, sometimes you still remember that this person said this, and you just want to draw back away from this person. So now imagine is in your relationship, is with your wife. It's going to be very difficult for you to say that, oh, I've gotten over what they have said. So it's very important that we never let abuse into our relationship. The third thing is wanting to win over resolving the problem. In marriage, you should know that there is no winning party and there is no losing party. Both of you are on the same team. The issue is the enemy. So when you're in the conflict, you should always remember that you and your wife, you and that person are on the same team. The issue is what you need to tackle and not the other person. So don't try to win and then lose the person's faith in you, lose the person's trust in you. And these are the three things that I would like you to remember today. So lastly, I will just say this. Proverbs 2:6 says, it is the Lord who gives wisdom to people. It teaches us to understand things so that we know what is true. You know what is right. You know what you need to do. It's only God that can give you wisdom. You can only find that wisdom with God. And James 1:5 says, if you lack wisdom, ask God for wisdom. I would like to pray for you today that the Lord will give you the wisdom that you will need to run your home, the wisdom to manage your conflict, the wisdom to manage your relationship properly, both as a man and as a married man. I pray that as you do all of this, may your homes be filled with God's friendship and counsel. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.